Welcome back to another tutorial with Mrs. Phyllis. I am here today to talk to you beginner violin students on a really simple arrangement of Amazing Grace in the key of G major. I'll play it first and then I'll talk through the points I want you to focus on. So here is G major, Amazing Grace. Okay, so some things to pay attention to. The long bow. So if you notice how I use my bow, sometimes I use the whole bow, sometimes I'm at the upper half of the bow. Doing that will cause you to play the piece expressively. And so that's the main thing I want to focus on for this piece and the playing of this piece. But let's talk about that long, the very long note, the longest note in the whole piece. It is a dotted half note tied into a half note. I call that a tie hold. So we want to hold that bow or draw the bow or push the bow, depending on which direction you're going, for however long that tie hold is. So in this case, in this piece, it's 3 plus 2. So in order to do that, in this passage of the piece, we're coming from an open A, which is an up bow. So you want to push your bow, push it fast to the frog, and then you hold, draw the bow slowly for a total of 5 counts, right? But you want to count 3 plus 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. See? So if you do this, you're going to run out of bow, and then the tone, because you've pulled the bow too fast on the first 2 beats of the dotted quarter note. I'm sorry, the dotted half note. So you just want to make sure you draw your bow slowly. And guys, I told you this before, if you work with me in private lessons, practice tone exercises on open strings, right? We want to play with a beautiful tone. The beautiful tone is all in how you're holding your bow and how you're drawing it on the string, how you're pushing or pulling it on the string. So I would even practice Amazing Grace on open string, the rhythm of the piece on an open string. And you're listening for a good tone. Like if there are any bumps in the road or or funny sounds like that, just check. Am I holding my bow too tight? Am I pushing, into the string in such a way that it's causing it to, make those funny noises? Or am I holding it too loose? It's going to make that whispery sound, right? So just practice on an open string, and then go back and put it with the notes, the rhythm with the pitches. And finally, the anchoring of your fingers. I talk about the skill of anchoring in another video, but anchoring is when you hold the fingers down. Keep those fingers down on the string until you don't need them anymore. In Amazing Grace, that happens in the first full measure, where you have the B, it's a descending third, the B to the G. that 1 3. But you're coming from, so it starts on open D to the third finger. Keep the third finger down, and then you're going to plant 1 on the A string, and then you're going back to the 3. So in that case, the 1 and the 3 are anchored. And I always say, when you are coming back to a finger, just leave it down. Okay, let me demonstrate that for you. I'll start with the open D. So leave the finger down and then go to 1. And when you go back to 3, it's already down. You don't have to take it off. See? And then you also want to leave the 1 down because you're going back to 1. So let me move to this angle so you can see. And then that open A, you don't need fingers anymore. Okay? So yeah, get into the habit of anchoring your fingers, and I believe that's it. Oh, and the part that has the dotted quarter note followed by 3/8 notes. Notice where I am in the bow for the 8th notes, the upper half. Okay? I'll do that again. And you're also here keeping the first finger down because you're coming back to it. Okay. And that is it. So please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Happy practicing.